I want to ask about this. I know you do a lot of book signings, and because of that, you write about personal things, and because you narrate a lot of you read a lot of your work. So I feel as though people might feel like they know you even more than they do, obviously more than they do. But are people personal with you? Do they tell you personal things when they come to your book signings?
Oh, I invite it. I mean, I would never, when I go to get a book signed, I stand in line and I think, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? And so I want to take that away from people. So I just ask them a question, or, you know, sometimes, like I was in Germany recently. So I would say, when was the last time you saw your parents naked? And if you ask that in America, people will say, I don't know, like I was 6 months old. And in Germany, they say, what's today? They just walk around the house naked all the time.
You were in Norway. I mean, you're known worldwide. How was your trip to Norway?
Norway it's staggering how beautiful it is.
Yes, it is.
But, so you've been?
I have, yeah.
But you go to the country, you could be in the country, and then you get 3 sandwiches and a cup of coffee, and it's $100. I mean, it's crazy. It's like my friend David Rakoff used to say, it's like your weight on Mars. You know, like if you went to Mars, they would say, well, you might be 163 pounds here, but on Mars you would weigh 700 tons. So that's what the prices are like in Norway. But we went to this restaurant in Norway, and it said smoked whale served with ecological sour cream. It's just like bad news about the whale, but really good news about the cow.
Have people asked you to personalize writing when they sign the books? What's the strangest thing people have asked you to do with their book signing?
I mean, sometimes people say, I mean, this must happen to you. I keep laughing, and it's like, I would never put that in my own. Because that makes it sound like I think my book is funny. I'm not going to do that. But this woman came up recently, and she said, my daughter has been awful to me for years, and I want you to write something so when I die, she'll find it in the book and feel really bad. So she said, I want you to write, Dear Barbara, I'm sorry Claire has been so awful to you. And I wasn't going to write that, so I wrote, Dear Barbara, your story about the infant son you put up for adoption all those years ago touched my heart. That's how you destroy your daughter. You know, like, don't...
What did someone tell you about, I know there's a story, someone told you something about a pug, their pug?
Oh, okay.
How did it come
I was signing
about?
books, and this woman, I don't know how it started, but this woman, so her pug had an operation on its eye, and so it had a cone around its neck. And so it just wouldn't shut up about the cone. It was whining, and so she took the cone off, and the dog scratched at its eye, and its eye popped out of its head, and he ate it. Okay? So somebody told me that story at a book signing, and then I repeated it the next night, and this woman said, well, she said she was a psychiatrist with the prison system in New Mexico, and a prisoner dug both his eyes out with a teaspoon, and he ate the first one, but he couldn't find the second one. Okay?
That's like a fable.
And then I met somebody else but he was a crazy person, and he.
Oh, was he?
He said there was this was another person.
Okay, gotcha.
But he said he thought there was a camera behind his eye.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
he dug his eyes out with.
I would say in the end, the pug's the one that's the most easy to understand. Yeah.
Well, that just is such a dog. I mean, I'm not a dog person, but.
Yeah. That's a good argument why not to be.
A dog would eat its own eye.
Yeah.
A dog would think, oh gosh, I'm blind, but it's a snack. Yeah. I mean, I guess.
I cannot thank you enough for being here. Please come back.
Oh, I would love